Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Oh. Happy Monday, everybody. You're on Intervision FM. We dare.
My God.
That's who we love and that's who we serve, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather, Soul James Brown. I tell you, this place is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather, Soul James Brown. Saying, stay with it and hit it. Thank you, baby.
Okay. You know, I was trying to get a better picture. My wife always opens up the window behind me, and I keep telling her, don't do that. So, wait, hold on for a second. I'm going to close this window behind me. Close the window behind me. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a packed show today. Today also starts some new programming that we're going to be joining, or actually, I guess I'm the mouse in Johnny's pocket. Well, that's not right. John Johnson, Intervision FM, is president and station manager, and I'm just talking the wheel.
Here. All right. Well, anyway, I got to get another backdrop. Okay, because my wife, she always puts that. Anyway, it's like it's in the middle of the day, and it is what it is. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't know. I've been blind since birth, so I don't know anything about vision.
Man. I need to find, like, maybe I put a board behind me or something like that to block out the light during the day. But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I posted this on Facebook, and I don't think I tagged you in it, but I had a musician get really mad about. Well, it was two conversations that want to remind people: share, like, subscribe. We need subscribers. We're stuck at that 1,064, so we need to move that marker. Okay, so if you can subscribe, like, share the show, we would give us some comments down there wherever you see the show. Facebook is the ones that I usually read. YouTube, I read those as well. And we could do either of those. But anyway, so I was listening to this interview with Dr. Boyce Watkins this weekend.
Okay.
And he was talking to this very positive rapper named the one. And so I look at that, and then I looked at my inbox, and I had this other one, and his Dr. Boyce Watkins' wife is a psychologist, psychiatrist. But anyway, she takes patients and she teaches at a school as well. And so
That's
they had
cool.
they had this conversation about the mental health of rappers, because you take a young kid who doesn't have any money, give them a lot of money, and then you say, we want you to promote your lifestyle this way, and we only want you to talk about this, and because the company is paying, they will do only this. They come up with the most interesting words to say, and it's creative and stuff like that. But is there mental problems behind that that affects the whole community? So anyway, that's one of our topics. But we have some other topics about J Lo getting engaged back in April, and possibly being married. She got her Netflix got a license. Then we have one about Ted Cruz at the border picking up these different colored tags. And what do they mean, these different colored tags? Then we have some Florida stories. And where do you want to start first?
Well, let's go ahead and recognize our sponsors first.
Yes, you're right.
Christian Brothers Moving Company, and they're in Texas, they're in Arizona, they're here in Colorado, and they may be coming to a state near you. I don't want to
Phoenix,
expand
Arizona,
expanding them, but they do a lot of good help with folks in making sure that their stuff gets moved safely and effectively and quickly, so that you can get settled wherever you're at in your new digs. Also, Richard Damiano. Oh, not
Yep.
Richard Damiano, Littleton Eye Clinic. Vision is super important. Not to me so much, but got plastic eyeballs. Man, I got a funny story for you to share with everybody. Yesterday, we'll probably hit that at the end of the show. Let's see. So anyway, Richard Damiano of Littleton Eye Clinic has sponsored about 6 months worth of show, and so we want to recognize that. We got Denver Foundation, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Denver Foundation.
I'm kind of flying without any notes. I kind of got sidetracked with some stuff this morning, so unprepared.
Yeah.
So wanted to get that out there as well. We promote grassroots musicians, so whether they be physically disabled or financially challenged or both. And so we're doing a lot of that work. In addition, we're picking up new show content. Tell us a little bit about tonight.
Oh, yes.
Sailor.
Sailor will be starting his show tonight, him and his partner. And I don't remember the name of his partner, but they're going to be starting a live show from 6 to 9, Monday through Thursday. And it's going to be a variety of music show. And sometimes there's going to be some talk. If they get on an interesting topic, they're going to have that. And they might have people, I don't know if he's hooked up where you can have call in, but he has an email, sailor@innervisionfm.com, sailor@innervisionfm.com, and he'll tell you more about that tonight from 6 to 9 p.m. So joining us. I was trying to sound like Joe Biden. Tonight at 6 p.m. for that new debut of our show. Yes. So that's
as long as
happening.
you don't change your name to Brandon, I think we're okay. Well, let's go,
Oh, yeah.
Johnny.
Well, let's how about this? This distillery that's is fighting like this influx of crabs, so so they decided to do something creative with this distillery of crabs. They have made let's see, turning them into whiskey. So would you drink or a crab flavored whiskey?
No,
If you,
no, ew, no.
I don't
Good
know.
morning.
Yeah, good
No,
morning, Ashton.
ew,
Man, I know they like to
no.
put different flavors and stuff, but sometimes maybe you can go too far.
Yeah, that's gross. Ugh. Fish like fish. Who would want to drink? Hey, come on down and taste our fish whiskey. Like, come on, bro. Nobody's gonna drink that.
Oh man,
They
but
better not.
I don't know.
So, so
Go
what's the
ahead.
company called? Is it called Crustacean Crab Whiskey, or what's it called?
Ew.
Yeah, well, they didn't promote the distillery, but I guess if I would have dug deeper, I probably could have found like the name of the distillery there. But on the surface, that's all that they gave, and and then okay, now the next one is well, I don't know if that other one was in Florida, but this one is a Florida story about this woman
Oh, that's
who
crazy.
I
Wow.
guess she came home from a night out and she was fixing herself some popcorn and she said, well, while popcorn is popping, let me go to the restroom and do my business. And when she went in there, now I don't know what a iguana looks like.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh, big six
Oh no.
lizard.
A lizard.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
so
Okay.
so
Ah.
she saw this
Uh,
iguana in the bathroom and she slammed the door and I guess he may be called animal control.
Would imagine.
ah.
Do you know that an iguana can snap a 2x4 in half with its tail?
Wow. No, I didn't.
Whoa.
I
Yeah,
So
didn't.
super
if you
strong.
kick it, it may snap your leg in half or something.
That's
Wow.
right. You never
No.
Wow.
man. Those
Wow.
those those guys are they have the potential. They're wild animals just like anything.
Uh,
They can be somewhat domesticated. You can actually put them on a leash and walk them around with you. And, if they're willing,
no.
go right along with you. I had a friend
Wow.
that he had an
No.
iguana for many years, and we had a good time with him. He was a good guy. But I've also had friends who have had some really aggressive and just mean iguanas you don't want to mess with.
Well, that's probably why she closed that door real quick and
Oh
Right. I
yeah.
would
called out him.
imagine so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a friend that he was down in the Florida area, and I guess he was helping his mom doing something, and he went to the bathroom, and then something jumped out while he was at the toilet there, and scared him to death, and it turned out to be a frog, and it's like, I guess down in Florida, I guess sometimes those things float around and they get in the system and go up to
Oh
air,
no.
and it's like, oh man. So I don't know. As a blind person, man, I don't want to be saying, "Hey, honey, could you look in there before I go there?" Oh man,
That's yeah. I mean, I can imagine, and being visually impaired, you can only imagine when you're in other states like Arizona and stuff. They got scorpions and
oh
stuff that
yeah, I heard
actually can
about that.
cause harm to you. And it's like I told my friend when we went there, I said, "Man, if y'all can't get rid of these scorpions, I can't stay here tonight." I said, "This is crazy," and
Hmm,
they're like, "Oh, they harmless." I said, "Are you kidding? I'm not
hmm,
staying the night here." So we actually went to another place, a better hotel and everything.
hmm.
On a higher floor, we ended up on the 15th floor of this hotel because I wasn't trying to be around no scorpions, bro.
I
I
heard
wasn't trying to
that.
do it.
We once went to a hotel, and the outside it was full of bats.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yes, I don't know where we were going. I think we were going from Denver to Illinois, but we stopped at this hotel, and it was full of bats.
Wow.
And
wow.
it's like I don't know. I know we have to coexist with nature, but I don't know.
Not in that way, we're not. No. I mean,
So,
you can get in trouble for even trying to shoot down so-called endangered birds. I'm like, but they're causing a problem in Arlington. it got so bad that the residents was finna take it into their own hands and get these birds. But the city was like, not so fast. And the residents didn't know what to do because these birds were ruining their cars, ruining their vehicles. And this guy said, how can I exist with this thing destroying my property? So people are trying to figure out how to exist with all types of animals without them destroying their stuff, because it's becoming a problem that their property's being destroyed, and some people end up, killing these animals because they destroy their stuff.
Yeah. So that was from Michelle Rentals. So that was a Florida lady. Now let's go to this. Now this other guy, Florida man tries to flee deputies, and he's cutting the lawn on one of those mowers that you sit on and you ride it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what was going on in his head, but I guess they got a complaint that some guy was mowing maybe some yards that he wasn't supposed to be mowing. So the police came out there. Let me see what the name of the Okaloosa County Sheriffs came out to confront him and ask him what he was doing. And at that point, he took off with the lawnmower. And I don't know how fast. Do those things go pretty fast?
They can, but generally not. I mean, you're not going to outrun a police car on one of those, no. But
yeah. So they gave chase to him, and I guess they had to sting him with the stun gun to get his attention.
Oh.
And they were well, I guess they had to. And what they found on him was gun, some kind of device where you can unlock handcuffs and methamphetamines. So
methamphetamines, wow,
yes,
drugs. Oh
yeah.
no,
So
he
they
was
got
out of his rocker.
so they got all the
Wow.
stuff on him, and I don't know where he found the mower. I have a feeling that it wasn't his mower.
Probably wasn't his.
Yeah. So he was brought up on a lot of charges of having a firearm as a felon and having these drugs and I'm not sure about this key to unlock handcuffs. I'm not sure why you would have that unless the cops arrest you and then you have this device to unlock yourself. Yeah.
Wow.
That is fascinating.
Wow.
So it's like so he was prepared
God.
just in case if he was in the back of a police car, and they didn't find that on him. Besides all the other stuff they found on him. So anyway, but he was
That's
in the
crazy.
backyard. He was in the backyard in this mower. Yeah. So they shouted and asked him to get on, or told him to get on the ground, but he took off. So
Wow.
so
What a dummy. It just makes me think we live in a society, not that everybody's that way, but it just makes you think that, people who do drugs and things like that, there is no excuse for it. But it seems like now that the pandemic is over, it's like people have lost their minds. It's a lot of stuff going on. In all seriousness, a little girl was killed by a pit bull here in Dallas. And it's like,
wow.
guys, y'all have lost your mind to even have a kid near animals like that. Pit
Yeah.
bulls, and that little girl lost her life. And that's why I say that people have no regards for life. And it's sad. That's what is happening in our pandemic, after the pandemic, meaning that this stuff continues to happen. And I don't think it's blaming one president or another. All I know is adults need to be responsible for their excuses. I mean, responsible for what they choose to do, because the government will find a place for you if you don't get it together. That's what I tell people.
Now that's a local thing. That's a state or city thing. And in Denver, I think they outlawed these kind of animals in the Denver area. But I think in Aurora you can still have. Yeah, you can still have it in Aurora. And one time my wife, a long time ago, a while back, I think it was 4 years ago, she was walking by this coffee shop, and his two dogs were sitting out there, and one bit her on the leg. So I got up and I went back, and the lady was crying and all that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking like, hey, can you control your dogs? And my wife said we probably should have sued her because this dog had bit her, and that's probably why she was crying. But I said, if you're going to carry a dog out in the public and the dog has tendencies to
Bite
bite,
somebody, yeah.
yeah, you gotta look out for that kind of stuff. But
You're responsible. That's like I told this man, no, your dog bites somebody, they can sue you. You know, all these homeless people and stuff that have animals, it's like, no, man, get yourself together first
yeah, this is true.
before having an animal, so you know the responsibilities of it, because people can sue you if they bite you.
Oh yeah. Now let's get to this next topic with Jennifer Lopez, and I guess in April she had this big green engagement ring that she was showing off to her YouTube fans or whatever, and I guess
Oh wow.
this past Saturday her and Ben Affleck went to a place in Nevada and got their
Yeah.
license. Now, that doesn't mean that people are going to get married, but then I heard a later comment that they showed a video of them having this surprise wedding. So this is their second
Oh
time around. Ben Affleck, if you remember, she and they were item. Back, I
yeah.
think it was back in the '90s or so. And say that again. Oh, okay. I thought he was there.
Oh no.
And then I guess he went and he got married and
Yeah.
had 3 kids. Then she got married and had twins, and then so I think she's been married 3 times. He's been married 1 time, and
Wow.
they decided to mend old flames and get back together.
Ah.
So
Wow.
so okay.
Man.
And we'll touch on this other part. Ted Cruz went down to the border this weekend and he found all these different colored wristbands. Now I'm not sure why these wristbands were not on the person, but I guess as part of the cartel's trafficking, they put different colored wristbands and it identifies the people and how much they owe or how much their family owed them for getting them into the United States of America. Um, and
Wow.
So that is kind of interesting that our board that these guys have made like a real interesting business where they tag their customers and the families better pay them back, or sometimes they might cut off a finger and say, okay, you missed the payment, here's a finger of
Wow.
so I mean they're not nice people, these cartels, and they they're making
Well,
serious money.
why are these cartels allowed to exist? My problem with so-called cartels and all that, they're in nations where I will say it's not as tight as the United States or civilized. Ain't no way in the world if the United States government knows that there's a cartel, they fist to shut that down in this country. Do you hear me? A
Yeah.
cartel organized, that stuff happens over in Mexico because I believe, this is my opinion, and in other parts of the world, that the government's getting kickbacks from these people and that they're getting a lot of money from them, especially these poorer nations that allow guerrilla tactics and stuff to be used on their populations, nations where guns are taken from them. I mean, shoot, look at China. Dude walks up with a crude weapon, and that's one of the strictest
Oh.
places in the world. So
Yeah,
it's something to think
he
about.
made it. Yeah, yeah, that's wild. Yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
know when if America is such. I mean, people on one side they're saying people America is terrible and terrible, but all these
No.
people are running to America. If it was so terrible,
Right, why they coming here? Thank
yeah,
you. Thank
yeah.
you.
And I'm thinking like it's just
Oh
it's
God.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but they're making money, these cartels, and then we had the 54 people that got boiled alive
Oh, it was horrible.
in
Yeah.
the truck. So it's not good, and either we got to figure out how to fix that system because my wife, we're trying to get her son over here for a visit, just a visit, and we started back in 2016, and they're still working on the paperwork just for like a family visitor visa, and now
That's crazy.
it's stopped. Now that Biden's been in, it just totally stopped legal fixing doing the legal paperwork. So I'm not sure.
Well, hopefully they pick that back up. I heard some stuff on C-SPAN about them trying to get that process more streamlined and speed up
Yeah.
Biden, wants to speed that up, by all means,
I
whatever you can
don't
do,
know if he
please
wants to
do.
speed up legal. I think he's trying to speed up illegal. Just look,
Well, we
just
we
look.
want legal. We're talking about they were specifically talking about the process in which people come into this country legally.
Yeah,
It's sad that people have to flee the violence. Somebody did ask me, why do these people continue to come over here? Look where they live in. Some of these people are living in structures with mud floors and stuff. That's what they're
yeah,
fleeing.
yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and in Denver, we have this one Ethiopian guy that he's taking advantage of it. I'm sure there's others other than Ethiopian, but my friend Reggie, he went to this. He saw this ad in Craigslist about a place to stay for $800. So he went, and there's several rooms. He said that the smell was terrible, roaches everywhere. And this Ethiopian guy said, and he walked in there and he was filming. The guy was saying, hey, don't film. But he says, you're getting paid to house these people. Why don't you guys clean up this room? He says, and it's like they're making money, so why clean the place up? I guess it's like a slumlord, and we have that right here in Denver. So if we have it here in Denver, I bet there's other places that are taking advantage of people, illegal or illegal, who can't afford, paying like a 2,000 or 1,800, and they're having these places, and they're just like slum places. So it's a lot of things that are underground that we have to take care of, and I guess step by step. So when I'm elected in House District 5, I mean that's going to be one of the things I'm going to be looking into. Now let's get to our last topic with the positive rappers. Now this really got a friend of mine really mad. He's a musician.
Oh no.
And I said, is rap music destroying our community? And I don't know if you remember when it first started out, it was more of an educational. They were telling what was happening in the community.
Yeah.
They were giving like lessons about the Black history and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it flipped. And for the last, since 2-3 decades, it's just been a lot of negativeness, and it seemed like these record companies sign you, and they sign these poor kids that they may have mental issues. They might have even been through trauma. Like what was that guy who talked with the grassy voice that he died at the age of 50? I'm not. I'm gonna lose my mind up in here, up in here.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can't remember his name. Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all gonna make me act a
yeah.
fool up in yeah.
But he
Yes,
definitely had
sir.
mental problems, and he was self-medicating himself with the different drugs and so forth like that. And I think we have
Yeah.
to address those problems, because back in the day when the KKK was actually going in neighborhoods and doing all this bad, now they put a black face on it, and it wasn't right when they was doing it back in the day, and it's not right for just because you put a black face on it for them to talk about how they're terrorizing their community, calling women the B words and all that kind of stuff. So it has to be a mental problem that these guys have to get on the
I
couch
just
and get psychoanalyzed. Go
A
ahead.
lot of the music has changed, man, even from the early 2000s, and just even when I was in school, I believe I can fly. I don't listen to that no more, really, because of what happened with all that. It's
Hmm.
not that it's just that when you look into the lives sometimes of people and what they're around, you see them around a bunch of girls shaking and all that. And I told this one dude, I said, at the end of the day, you teaching women that they gotta shake their butt to get a man. That's a fact. And I told this one person, well, you're gonna be a lonely son of a what? Because I'm not finna do nothing for you. I ain't finna cook for you. I'm not finna shake nothing for you. All right. At the end of the day, women have to be responsible also for how they carry themselves around a man, because a lot of times women want to blame men. Oh, he looking at me. Well, he a man. What is he
Yeah.
gonna look at? The wall, bruh? The wall,
You
you.
got eyes. You're
So
gonna be looking.
yeah, and so that's the same with me. I'm a female. I told one dude, he said, "What you looking at?" I said, "Brother, I'm not looking at you." I said, "But I'm gonna look at that plate of food over there. How much is that sign for sale over there?" He said, "You joking?" I said, "No, since you don't want me looking at you, I'm a female." I said, "Brother, I'm gonna look at you." What am I look at? A plate of food, brother? So
All right.
at the end of the day, we must be responsible in all seriousness
Yeah.
how we carry ourselves. And the rap genre has made women feel like you have to trick for a man and do all this stuff you shouldn't have to do, and vice versa. Men
Yeah.
shouldn't have to buy women Birkin bags. This woman said, I don't want to be with you if you don't buy me a bag. Are you serious? So
That's
you
wild.
left a whole man for a bag. That woman left this man because he didn't buy her a bag. That's crazy. That's society for you.
Yeah, and I've listed here this guy named DEE-1, who he's a teacher at a school, and he started doing very positive, and he doesn't avoid like the different issues, but he just flips it.
Right.
And he got in trouble with Lil Wayne because he took some of Lil Wayne's music this is like way back, like maybe 10 or more years ago when he got started.
Oh, okay.
And he flipped it, and the record company called him and said, hey, if you put that album out, he told the record company, if he puts that album out, something bad could happen. And I'm thinking like, is it what do you mean something's gonna happen?
What do you mean bad?
Are you gonna kill me? Are you gonna break my legs? What are you gonna do?
What's going on?
So he
Did
ended
he
up
sue him?
well, no, he didn't put out the album, and he got away from got out of his record deal and just went independent. He's doing very well now, just doing positive music. And I put a link down there. Well, in the Zoom, let's see, in the Zoom thing, I put a link down there so you can check out the interview that Dr. Boyce did with him. Then Lil Wayne, also with Lil Wayne in 2013, which I didn't know nothing about them.
Wow.
I guess Lil Wayne put in his song about banging some girl so hard that her I guess private parts would look like Elma Till, the young teenager.
Oh, no!
And so Dr. Boyce said to I guess Mountain Dew that was gonna put on a multi-million-dollar concert. This artist has these lyrics in his song, and they canceled it. And Dr. Boyce said, you got to be responsible for the words that you put in your song. It's like Emma Till, I mean, that was like too much, too far. But,
you can't. Yeah, Emma Till. Yeah, oh man, you said Emma Till. Yeah, you don't do that. That's like somebody talking about 9/11 in their song, and it had the whole just everybody angry because they was talking about I'm gonna blow you up like 9/11 or something like that, and people just wasn't buying it. And so there are some things that we have to watch out and be responsible for what we put in songs.
Yeah,
especially when people die. Yeah,
there is a positive to this. Is there is pushback, like you guys are saying. There is a need to have people start producing content and music and all kinds of stuff that allow for the women's power of creation to be yet again recognized, and the man's power of, innovation. I mean, we're all creators and innovators anyway, men or women, but women hold the power of creation within their bodies. Men hold the power of innovation within their minds and also their bodies, whatever. We need each other, and we're not islands unto ourselves. And that's what we need to get back to.
That's right.
And so I think that there's a great pushback for that. Hey, before we go, I got this story that I wanted to relate. Yesterday.
You got it right.
Check this out. I was at a church service. There was a lady that did a healing conference kind of thing in my town here. And she was here Friday, Saturday, and yesterday. Thursday night, I started getting real sick. I was thinking that I had that dreaded C-19 thing.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, so I was thinking, man, I'm getting this again. I don't know. And so I was debating on whether I ought to just lay low and just kind of chill, see what to do. And I thought, well, you know what? Check this out. People didn't stay home when they were sick back in Jesus' day. They got taken to Jesus, and Jesus went ahead and healed the sick. And I said, well, okay. But I don't want to think just in the 21st century. I mean, all that was well and good for back in the day, but this is the 21st century. we're enlightened. And then I started
Right.
thinking, no. If I believe in Jesus, and I believe in the Lord, His word is going to be the same yesterday, today, and forever. So I went ahead and I went. So I got up there yesterday and I had this little prayer slip. Oh, I'm praying for my finances. I'm praying for my health because I don't know what's
Right.
going on. My voice is shot, everything else. And so I got up there and the lady says, "Well, I'm going to add vision to your thing." And I says, "Okay, well, let's talk a little bit then about divine um, faith versus human faith, or divine belief
Right.
versus human belief."
Mm.
Human belief says, "Well, I want to believe that God will heal my vision and things, but I got plastic eyeballs. Let's be logical here. He's not gonna make my plastic eyeballs just magically function, will he?" But then that's where divine belief comes in. Now, I'm not saying that I believe that God will reorder the atomic structure of my plastic eyeball.
Right. Right.
I'm not sure. I mean, he can do it. He's God. So, certainly I let people, or shouldn't say I let people pray for my eyes, but people will pray for my eyes, and I'm not offended by that. I'm not bent out of shape. Well, I told her, hey, I'm praying also for spiritual renewal and renewal of my mind. Back in
Right.
2014, maybe 2015,
Mm.
I had a little swimming accident in a bottle of vodka. So I was deprived of oxygen for 10 minutes. If God Himself hadn't intervened, I would have at least been a vegetable, or obviously.
Oh no.
So, and He did a mighty work anyway. But even so,
Right.
I felt that my marbles have just been. I'm not as smart as I used to be. I'm not as good as I used to be. I'm not as any of that as I used to be.
Man.
And everything I try to learn slips through my fingers unless I use it all the time. So I brought these concerns yesterday, and I just said, I'm looking for this renewal of my spirit, and a restoration in my mind, something like that, because I lost a few of my marbles. Well, I put it just that way. I lost a few of my marbles, and I want those back. Well, okay, so she prayed. I done felt something. All my joints quit aching like instantaneously. Poof. My voice is still kind of it's kind of scratchy still, but it's back. I can take deep without it hurting in my back. I mean, insane, crazy stuff. Well, that's not the crazy part. That's not the crazy part, you guys. This guy apparently was told by God to bring a jar of marbles to church. He had no idea why he was told to bring a jar of marbles to church. Well, those marbles, they mean something to me because he gave them to me. He's like, I know why I brought those marbles to church, because Alan lost a few of his marbles. Here, we'll just give them.
Whoa. No.
So check this out. If you guys go to on YouTube, New Freedom Outreach Center, they've got a YouTube channel. So if you check out yesterday's service, right around right towards the end, probably about an hour and change into it, right towards the end, you'll see that, man, and it is gold. It is hilarious. And all that to say is, if that guy hadn't have been obedient in bringing a jar of marbles, I mean, it's just silly because they're just a jar of marbles, but they mean something to me because, man, I felt my brain enlightened. I felt a light bulb literally go on in my head, and oh wow, I don't even know. I mean, Jesus Christ is Lord. That's all I got to say about that. So that's the story I got for you guys. It's hilarious, man.
Okay, and give that church name website again.
It's New Freedom Outreach Center.
All right.
If you just type that into the search bar in YouTube, you'll find bunch of videos. So check out yesterday's. I think it's like New Freedom Outreach, 10 a.m., something like that.
I'll try to see if I can.
Okay. And Ashton, tell people about your book, of course.
Yeah, I also want to tell you on your screen mode, a lot of people online can't see us. So I know when you do the shared screen, you're able to drop it down so people can actually see us, because a lot of people are watching this on their cell phones.
Oh, wow.
And we're in the corner. So what they're saying is put us in the screen shared version so everybody can see us, because we're in the little corner. We can't see it. That's what I'm saying. They can't see us.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. And I'll let them know the next time I do the screen share, because sometimes I just do the music player and that's it. Okay. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that way they can see our faces. Those who have vision are squinting at cell phones and can't even see us. They're like, we can't see you.
Okay.
But yes, you folks, in all seriousness, can go out and go jump in a pool today because it's hot, 110 degrees in Texas. But it's hot. It's deadly. We have had people die in their homes here, and I want y'all to pray for them on your own time. People cannot afford to run their air conditioning, and we were, again, 100 and something megawatts away from a catastrophe. So I just ask for y'all to pray for us. In all seriousness, I want your audience to go get my book, Swimming Upstream to Realize the Dream. That book can be sold at Walmart online and Amazon online. You folks can also click on the link, meetashtonsmith.com, meetashtonsmith.com, and Google me today, Ashton Smith Special Olympics, to learn more about my story today. God bless you, folks.
Yeah. And then to take us out is a positive hip-hop artist. He's on our label, D'Angelo T from his album Broken Chain, just to take us out of the show today here on Innovation FM. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Make them a guest. Make them a guest on the show, bro. That's cool.
I will do that.
Of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the far side of the wilderness.
You got to send me this song, the link.
There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. So Moses thought, I will go over and see this strange sight, why the bush does not burn up. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses.
I was told to lead the people like Moses. The Lord told
me,
and I told them, led by the Holy Spirit, I showed them. I told them trials and tribulations is to mold them. I think it's time for an exodus. They say I changed, but I just learned who my Savior is. I think it's time for an exodus. Follow my lead or get left with the rest of it. I've been wandering through this wilderness, a wicked city with no pity. Devil lurking, soul searching, a heartbeat with no feelings.
Wow.
But like a mega church without the spirit, I'm focused. The Lord got a plan for me. Soon as I approached that burning bush, that's when he told me,
never forget what Cain did to Abel. I brought you out of that narrow river to lead the people.
Out the wilderness, I guess I was chose for this. A stranger in a foreign land, living like a fugitive. But I be down my ability like Moses did. I guess I'm still traumatized by what Pharaoh did. In the Egypt state of mind, this my exodus. I was told to lead the like Moses. The Lord told me what to speak and I told him. Led by the Holy Spirit, I showed them. I told them trials and tribulations is to mold them. I think it's time for an exodus. They say I changed, but I just learned who my Savior is.
Sure.
I think it's time for an exodus. Follow my lead or get left with the rest of it. Lord, help me lead these people into salvation. They losing patience in this wilderness, they tired of waiting. Ain't no manna fell from the sky in the wild now. And ain't no water, they thirsty, they mouth drying out. You told me tell them keep faith, they spirit full of doubt. This world full of corruption, you wanna wipe it out. I'm on Mount Zion, trying to bleed it out. Like have a little more patience, I'm trying to lead them out. Fake teachers, false prophets, corrupt preachers, they mislead.
Yes.
Bible warned us about those people. They practice sorcery and money laundering. Church deception, these Christian rappers flexing. Just listen to their message. The Pentagon of Satan, they wolves in sheep clothing. They don't sound like my shepherd. They twisting up the scripture. To me, it sounds like deception. They trying to make it rapping by calling themselves Christians. I was told to lead the people like Moses. The Lord told me what to speak, and I told led by the Holy Spirit, I showed them. I told them trials and tribulations is to mold them. I think it's time for an exodus. They say I changed, but I just learned who my savior is. I think it's time for an exodus. Follow my lead or get left with the rest of them.
Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go to the Pharaoh and say to him, 'This is what the Lord, the God of the Hebrews says. Let my people go so that they may worship me. If you refuse to let them go and continue to hold them back, the hand of the Lord will bring a terrible plague on your livestock in the field.